Thought it was two good volleyball teams playing. It was a great match. It's what an NCAA tournament match should be. Just super proud of how we competed. I think Aurora competed really hard. They're very good. I thought we did a good job to take away some things that they do, and they likewise did that to us. But I just told the team in the locker room, there's end of season meetings are hard. I'm not sure I've had one quite that hard. This has been a pretty special group. And we've done some great things this year, and that's what they're going to reflect on.
Madison, take me through that match. What was it like for you playing in those final sets there?
I'd say in every single match, regardless of what the score was. I mean, I personally don't even look at the score most of the time. It's just you want every single point. You want to play hard every single point no matter what. And even though it's tough, to not get the result you want, I think that we all played really hard regardless. And I'm extremely proud of every single person on the team.
Emma, this team kind of had the same parts last year, a lot of the same parts. Obviously some newcomers here. What do you think the difference was between last year's team and this year's team and the way you guys were able to rise to this challenge?
I think that last year we kind of set the foundation for getting to know each other, learning how to play with each other, and Frances was an incredible leader on our team last year, and not having her, different people stepped up. Sarah and Anne-Marie stepped up as our captains to lead us and help us bond and work really hard every practice. But it didn't feel like they were the only leaders that were out there. Every single person, when they stepped on the court during a match or during practice, just gave everything they had. And so everyone was leading by example. Everyone was committed to what we were doing. We talked about it at the beginning of the season, how much depth we have. And I think that the first years came in and just really fell right into what we were doing. And it's been a really special season we're all so close with each other. We all trust each other so much. And that's not something that you always have on a team. So I'm going to miss this team a lot.
Sharon, I thought what was kind of fun about tonight's match was you really had to kind of fill some spots, and you had some people step up that maybe didn't do that yesterday. Talk about those players.
Mika Hardy was pretty incredible. But we felt like this would be a good match for her. Just the shots she's capable of hitting are shots that we felt like we were going to need to use to score. She just came in and immediately set the tone for what she wanted to get done and how she was going to help this team, work through that match. I mean, she was really, really good. But we see Mika every day in practice, and what she does against, if she's on the other, if we don't often do starters, non-starter drills because we have so much depth. We don't really need to, but when she's on the other side, she pretty much controls it. And so we were very confident to put her in. And, she didn't have to go in just to swing. She had to go in and play 6 rotations. And, that takes a lot. In this environment, I don't remember the last time Mika played, but she played a couple points at UAAs. So I thought she was great. And Audrey came in and had an immediate impact, which she's certainly capable of doing. And it was fun to see her do that. And, again, she did a couple things that we haven't seen. She had a couple great ball handles, but we know she's going to get kills, and she did that really well. I thought that Aurora did a really good job of adjusting to both of them, though, once they figured them out. But it's still as good as they were. I think, we just needed that one more point. And I agree with everything they said, and I think one big difference between this year and last year is that Emma went from being a first year to a second year. And her level of competency as a setter was pretty unbelievable this year. So that's one reason we had the kind of year we had, is the second year sitting next to me. And clearly Madison's rise as a player. She goes from not ever being on a UAA team to being first team. So I think there were certainly some physical things that happened for us throughout the season. And then Sarah and Anne-Marie were tremendous leaders for this group. So, yeah, it's just it's a tough season to have end, just because this, like they said, it's a really special group of people. Of course, you want them to keep playing volleyball, But, I'm going to miss seeing them every day.
Can you talk about those two seniors? And what that kind of meant for this?
Well, what they have over 2,000 kills. They've scored, I can't even remember our senior night, it's been almost like 2,400 points for us. That just doesn't happen overnight next year. That's a lot of points. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to get those back, where those are going to come from. And I think in each of their own ways, they provided everything that this team needed when we needed it. They're very, very different people, and I think that helped a lot. Audrey is the one that can relax people, and if it's chaos, she can calm the chaos. And Sarah's that person that from the first day, August 17th, she never let these guys relax. And that's why we had the historic season we've had. That's why we were ranked first in the region. That's why we get to host a regional. Sarah never let them relax, not for 1 point in one drill in one match. And, that takes a lot of energy. So I credit her for having the energy to sustain that throughout the year. And Audrey started the year with some injuries, and so certainly that was her challenge, was trying to overcome that. But yeah, they've been obviously tremendous for this program.
Madison, kind of talking about those seniors and maybe just this team, what do you think you've kind of learned to use next year? You both have more time. How do you use what you guys built this year for another great year next year?
I would say, going off of what Sharon said, people to calm and people to pump up, you definitely have to have a balance of that. So I'd be excited to see who steps up next year in each of those roles. But honestly, every single person on this team, can help bring the energy, help calm people down, get that kill right when it's critical. Everyone is just so competent and has so much volleyball IQ on this team. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I've never played on a team that I feel comfortable playing next to every single person. And when they get set, I know they're gonna get the kill. When they get the pass, I know they'll have the perfect set. When the ball comes over, I know it's gonna be a perfect pass. And next year is going to be very different without Audrey and Sarah, but honestly, I'm so excited. I think everyone is going to do an amazing job next year to fill those roles, and it'll require everyone to step up and play even better than this year.
Sharon, any final thoughts on the year?
It's going to be a long time, I think, before. I don't want to put this year to bed for a long time. We've had the fewest losses a Chicago program's ever had. Again, we've never been one in the region. We've never hosted a regional. There's so many things that we've done. And we kind of laugh to think back that we were down 14-11 to North Park in early September. And from that point on, where we were able to go with that and the grit that we showed every time we stepped on the court has just been remarkable and so fun. And I often said, man, I just can't screw this up. I just got to get the balls out on time and not mess this up and turn the lineup in right. And these guys will take care of what they need to take care of. So again, it's just been, I don't know, it's been such a joy. And they're better people than they are players, that's for sure. That's what I tell them. We've got some good peeps in this program right now.
You guys are a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you. Yeah, and certainly the crowd was amazing again. And the fact that we hosted this was pretty incredible. So, thank you.
Thank you.